Welcome to the Can Wine Podcast, where we open cans of wine and talk about it. And our fantastic journey continues, where we are crossing the Rhine into Germany. But before we do, we have to talk about our wine nerd word of the week. And this word, again, is a bit of a throwback word for us, sediment, which are particles mostly of dead yeast that precipitate out of the wine into the bottom of your bottle, or when it's being made, into the bottom of whatever container it is being made. And these are known as lees. And that's the dead wine that builds up on the bottom of the bottle or container. Now, our can of the week, we have our special NA expert here with us. Dean, are you there?
Greetings again from Lynchburg, Virginia, Brad.
Oh, thank you very much, Dean, and I appreciate that you've joined us during this driest of Januaries and have helped us to discover the I don't know how you describe it, the tremendous variety and great quality of wine that's available in the NA world. So what is our can of the week?
Our can of the week is the Wander and Found Sparkling Cuvée Blanc, de-alcoholized wine in the 250 milliliter can.
Fantastic. And Cuvée was our canned wine word of the week last week. So what does that term mean?
That was a term that could mean any number of things, but one of the things it means is a special blend, or it's typically used to denote a little higher quality, although sometimes it's just used as a marketing term. But if the winemaker is on the up and up, he'll use it to denote that it's a special wine or one that's a special blend.
Well, that's great. So it isn't just the Corinthian leather of wines.
No.
Anyways, now this is a de-alcoholized wine. It's rectified with a concentrated grape juice, which helps to bring back some of the flavor. It's got some carbon dioxide because it is carbonated, and then a little bit of preservative, but basically very cleanly made. It's gluten-free. Has a little bit of sulfite in it just as a preservative. And as you take the alcohol out, sometimes you have to do that, but most wines do have naturally occurring sulfites in them, correct?
Yes.
Now, this one was purchased, I think, as part of our kind of a roundup that we did. We got a bunch of stuff off of Amazon, because when you're not getting alcohol, you open up a broad spectrum of beverages you can get, and we wanted to get de-alcoholized wines, and we're able to do that. And this has, I'm just looking here, 33 calories for, let's say, 1.3 servings per container. So most of this, it's probably less than 40 calories for the entire can. So with the alcohol out and low sugar content, this is a fairly low sugar drink.
It does have 7 grams of total sugar, so I'm expecting a little bit of sweetness in there.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable, and this is at a quarter of a liter. That would be 28 grams. So that would put it into the off dry category, wouldn't it?
That you would be the expert on that, Brad.
Well, I think we discussed that in an earlier episode, and it is in the off-dry range, so that's where we're going to take that. Now, what else do we do at the Can Wine Podcast, Dean?
We open cans of wine and talk about them.
And we have been talking extensively. Do you have any more information on who actually makes this beverage?
The founders of this Rhodes company is Chris Becker, and he has 2 co-founders, Dan Stiller and Billy Poole, and they are really committed to making NA beverages that taste good, that lend themselves to social occasions, but don't give you the negative effects of alcohol that none of them seem to care for.
Correct. Now, were these the ex-hockey players or hockey players or?
That's correct. Chris and Daniel were hockey friends, and Billy Poole, as a co-founder, he came along a little bit later.
Okay. Well, so we're drinking hockey player wine. That's very good to be doing in the middle of January when we have a lot of ice and snow around. And more coming, apparently.
We're bracing for a big one down here in Virginia.
I hope that we're spared the wrath of the ice gods, because that could be a real nightmare. I'm getting some gas for the generator and being prepared, but let's just hope that it's a lot of hype and not much snow.
I'm with you.
Okay, well, let's do what else we do. We've done a lot of talking about this wine, and we should open it and continue to talk about it. Are you up for that, Dean?
I am. I'm ready.
Okay, let's do that. I'm seeing a bit of bubbles here. It's not what I would call pearlage, but there's a little sparkle to it. Very pale color, almost a, I'd say a medium straw. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I've got the book in front of me. I go with that. It's you're right on.
Medium straw, maybe a medium yellow, but it's not that yellow. It's a very light. And no word on what the grapes are.
No, they're very secretive about where the wine is actually made. They just say a prominent winery in Germany, but I've actually contacted them and tried to get the info, but I haven't heard back.
Oh, okay. I'm getting the citrus taste. Not really much sulfury. There's some sort of smell there. What are you getting?
I'm definitely getting a green apple taste, which is pretty common with these sparkling ones.
Yeah, I'm getting a green apple taste as well. Entirely drinkable. Has a slightly thicker than I would have expected consistency in the mouthfeel.
It has good body, yes.
Yeah. All in all, a decent. I think you could pair this with a goat cheese tart or maybe some grilled shrimp. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm actually pairing it with my favorite pairing, dark chocolate, and it's a very nice to go with dark chocolate. I love it.
Or as some people would say, very nice, very nice.
Very nice, yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking of having this maybe with some dried almonds. It might go well with veggie tempura. If Catherine's listening, that's something you could try if you had that. And I wonder, this might be available internationally, aka in Canada, because it's not restricted by borders that because of alcohol.
I don't know what the restrictions are, but I hope they can get it in Canada. It's worth picking up.
It is. And speaking of traveling across international borders, for those that are looking, you can see my nice big stack of vintage postcards, and I've been sending them out. I wouldn't say religiously, but I'm sending them out frequently, I guess is the term. Kenny, our contributor from Winnipeg, where it's horribly cold, Dean. The people are living up there at minus 46 degrees.
Ouch.
And at that temperature, it doesn't matter whether it's Celsius or Fahrenheit. They're very close together at that cold. So it's brutally cold up there. And he still got mail. He had answered a question a couple weeks back, and I sent him out a very special postcard. So he's got that. And these came from Retake Remake, our local craft goods recycler. They take all of the little bits of craft stuff that you're left with when you finish a project and put them all together, sort them all out. If you want a couple brushes or a couple of different colors of paint that somebody didn't use, they're all right there. It's a really good way to get the craft stuff that you need. And I noticed they had a big bin full of vintage, quite fantastic vintage postcards, which haven't actually been sent. So I said, that's a good thing to send to thank people for subscribing or answering our wine head scratcher of the week. So I've been sending those things out, and I hope people are enjoying them. I most recently sent one to a fellow who subscribed and also answered a question from Texas, and he quite liked one of our previous episodes and made a comment on it on our YouTube channel, and I quickly got a hold of him and sent it out, and I hope you're enjoying it. Cheers. So our shout out this week, we have to say thanks to you, Dean, for what has turned out to be quite an interesting survey of this NA territory. You know, the NA market is huge, and people are really turning to this as an alternative. If you like the taste of wine and you enjoy the craft that goes into it, it's a good alternative. And I've been pleasantly surprised by both the quality, the taste, and the wine. It's good wine.
We've tasted some excellent stuff, and we've got more to come.
Yeah.
About one a month will do, I guess. And,
yeah, our traditional pace is one a month, although we cranked it up and really put a few through the chipper this month because we wanted to really show some of the showcase some of these great wines. So it's been good. It's been good working with you on this, and I look forward to our next one, which probably as a bit of a spoiler for the people that want to know at the last minute. I think we're going to go back to France. That's my plan on that one, to see what France can come up with. And as you know, we eventually get to a rosé, and I think we'll we'll end the podcast the same way we did, which was with something that had nothing in it, which was we started with an NA to start the podcast this season, and we're going to end with an NA for a couple of reasons. We've done that in the past, and also to get into some locations you just can't take alcohol with you. So that's another reason to enjoy your wine without alcohol.
Speaking of France, I did read that the NA market in France is growing by leaps and bounds. There's definitely a move, which I thought would be unusual. France is a real wine drinking country. So
yes, something like 25% increase or something in the last little short while.
It's been something like that, yeah.
Yeah, I was reading that today too. So, well, I can see why with wines like this. Although this is a German one, and Germany leads world in production of NA wines. They both pioneered the production of it and volume. They've really increased it. So, well done, Germany. And a shout out goes to Kenny again. He teases us with little snippets of radio weather reports where they're telling you it's 46 degrees at the airport in Winnipeg today. Oh God, Kenny. Stay warm, stay inside, and enjoy some wine. That's my word for that. So you don't want to be out having your car break down or slipping and falling and having nobody find you. They'll have to scrape you off with an ice pick. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So a shout out to them and our friends in Texas. The card is on its way. We're very strict here. The only thing we ask is please send us a selfie of you when you do get your postcard. It helps to let people know that there's other people out there enjoying their canned wine and answering our questions, subscribing, all of that stuff. So now our head scratcher this week, and we don't play hardball on this. We're asking you, where in the world, where would your fantastic journey take you if you were finding where this was produced. So what country is this wine produced in? Answer that on our YouTube channel, and we'll hunt you down and send you a fantastic postcard. So thank you for joining us today, Dean. We appreciate all your efforts in promoting the NA lifestyle, and for helping us to open and talk about these great wines.
I've definitely enjoyed doing the research and finding out about these wonderful beverages.
In closing, we'd like to thank you all for tuning into the Can Wine Podcast, where we open cans of wine and talk about it. As always, enjoy responsibly and in moderation. And if that includes some NA wines, that's probably a good way to do it. And just because it comes in a can, even these ones, we don't recommend drinking and driving. You might spill some, and that would be a tragedy. The Can Wine Podcast is a Center Stage production. All rights reserved.